Jonah and the Whale was my favorite Bible story as a kid. And just today, I read it and learned a lot of stuff from it. So in chapter 1, the Lord told Jonah to go to the city of Nineveh to preach against their wickedness. But Jonah fled from the Lord. First off, you can't run from God. He literally sees everything, and Jonah low-key stupid for that. So after Jonah was fleeing from the Lord, he got into a ship and started to head to Tarshish. A great storm came upon his crew, and so they threw Jonah overboard because they figured that he was the source of the storm. And it was right, and the storm stopped. So basically, Jonah fled because he wanted the easy way out. That's literally it. So then Jonah got swallowed by he got swallowed by a whale. While Jonah was in the belly of the whale, he said a prayer, and then he was in there for 3 days and 3 nights, and then the whale spit him out. And basically, right after that, he went to Nineveh like God told him to. When the Lord has a plan for you, you trust Him. Even if it's scary, the Lord will provide and keep you safe. So God told Jonah to go, not think about it. So Jonah finally ended up listening to what God had told him to do, and guess what? He turned out fine, because when you listen to what God is telling you, it all turns out fine in the end. Stepping back a little bit, once Jonah got to Nineveh, he preached to the people there, and long story short, they ended up all turning to God. But Jonah wasn't happy for these people. He was very angry. Jonah was angry because instead of destroying the people of Nineveh, God forgave them. Jonah 4:1-2 explains why this upset Jonah so much, but to Jonah this seemed very wrong, and he became angry. He prayed to the Lord, "Isn't this what I said, Lord, when I was still at home? That is why I tried to forestall by fleeing to Tarshish. I knew that you are a gracious and compassionate God, slow to anger and abounding in love, a God who relents from sending calamity." And Jonah thought it was okay to feel this way. His 3 main reasons was because Nineveh was the capital of Assyria, which was one of Israel's biggest enemies. Jonah was an Israelite, by the way. Jonah wanted justice more than he wanted mercy, and he struggled with God's compassion. But in reality, God's mercy is for everybody, and it's a lot more easy to care about ourselves than it is to care about others. So let's ask ourselves this question. Are we willing to love the people that God loves, even the ones that we find difficult?